push one more. I got one more quick one. We
Yeah.
got time for it. This one's about Biden. Biden commutes roughly 1,500 sentences and pardons 39 people in the biggest single day act of clemency. Wonder why I did that one. President Joe Biden is commuting the sentence of roughly 1,500 people who were released from prison and placed on home confinement during the coronavirus pandemic, and is pardoning 39 Americans convicted of nonviolent crimes. It's the largest single-day act of clemency in modern-day history. The commutations announced Thursday are for people who served out home confinement sentences for at least 1 year after they were released. Prisons were uniquely bad for spreading the virus, and some inmates were released in part to stop the spread. At one point, 1 in 5 prisoners had COVID-19, according to a tally kept by the Associated Press. Biden said he'd be taking more steps in the weeks ahead and would continue to review clemency petitions. The second largest single-day act of clemency was by Barack Obama with 330, shortly before leaving office in 2017. So, I mean, I'm wondering.
So he also released this guy. Former Pennsylvania judge Michael Canoin was convicted in 2011 in what was infamously called the Kids for Cash scandal, where he took kickbacks from for-profit detention centers in exchange for wrongfully sending juveniles to their facility. The case was widely considered to be one of the worst judicial scandals in Pennsylvania history. So what he would do, like kids would come in there and usually like for they got in trouble for something, you get probation, something stupid like a misdemeanor, vandalism, something like that. He was sending them, locking them up. He's like 2 years.
To the jizzle.
One lady confronted him. You have a video of the mother. She was like, "You remember me? You remember my son? He was a track star. He was a great kid. He got into trouble. You sent him to prison. He shot himself in the chest 2 years later from what happened, from the experience he had in jail. Like he was sending hella kids to prison or to jail for profit."
Let me ask you. So, did they say he gave him clemency, or did he commute his sentence?
He commuted his sentence.
So he was one. So basically, yeah. No, I mean it's kind of different because I think clemency is when if they're still in jail. I think that I want to say that, but commuting their sentence, it's probably the same. It's probably kind of the same thing, but it's probably different terms. They're saying 1,500 people were they were on home confinement already. You know what I'm saying? Like they had been given that because they were already doing time. You say like what happened to Terry Flannery from BMF. Basically, they had a 30-year sentence. What they did was when COVID happened, he was kind of a bigger person. He had health issues. So they gave him home confinement, and they said you can serve out the rest of your time on home confinement. And so this is the same thing they did with these people. These guys might have had a lot of time. Like that guy might have had a lot of time, but he was older, and he put a petition in saying I have health issues. I'm older.
That's crazy. You shouldn't commit crimes.
But what I'm just trying to
I don't have mercy. I hear what you're saying. I just don't have mercy. Like I live in a justice system that doesn't have mercy for me, so I don't have mercy for other people.
If there are people who have been put in, I'm not talking about him because that dude right there, to me, that's a totally different situation than a person who committed a drug crime, who was trying to feed his family. You were actually putting people away, especially inner city kids, especially probably kids of color.
No, he was putting away. He was putting away like all the kids, bro. Like it was black kids, it was white kids, it was kids from good families. I'm just saying, bro. They were like I'm saying, they're coming in for small stuff, like they broke a window. You know, say they threw a rock through a window, vandalism, right? Probation, your first offenders. He was locking them up for like years.
I heard about him. No, I think I heard about this guy. And so to me, a person like him should not be eligible for something like this because he took that's the public's trust. People entrusted him to be a public servant, and he took that and started putting kids away, taking away their lives. He shouldn't have been eligible for that. I don't care how old he was. I don't care what. Put him in PC. Put him in a private cell. You know what I mean? Whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, don't give him, don't. But I'm looking at Joe Biden as a whole. Okay, you let your son out. Now he let 1,500 people, but really those 1,500 people were already out. If you think about it, they were already on.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a nothing burger. Right now, we're living in a little world where it's like, oh my gosh, this is big news.
Yeah,
give it 2 months. Give it 3 months. This you be like, that wasn't that bad compared to what they're gonna start doing now when they start stripping babies away from single mothers.
They're gonna be doing that too. That's coming.
They start locking up trans people and gay and taking away gay rights, and you're gonna be able to beat gay people up in the streets, and they're gonna round up all the colored people and put them back in slavery. And new forms of it.
You have some very extreme views, and I'm not gonna say
my views are extreme because now we are in the extreme side one. So you need to look extreme. Don't think oh, they're gonna be nice. 4 years we can vote them out. They ain't leaving.
I'm not disagreeing with everything you're saying. I'm not. The slavery part, we're gonna see. If you're right about that one, that's gonna be. I'm gonna be looking at you. You know what I mean?
You'd be like, tell us more, Guru D-Mac. I'm like, nah,
hey, while we're either side by side. By that time, we side by side with the things on us. By that time, I'm not going back. Ain't no going back to
ain't
that.
no going. Ain't no. None of us is going back, bro. Ain't gonna happen.
Hey,
Ain't gonna happen. You may be able to lock us up in jail and do it, but you got me.
I still think Biden did this. We all know, we all understand why he did it, because he let his son out after he lied and said that he was not going to let his son out.
He didn't lie. He just changed his mind. It's okay to change your mind.
It's okay to change your mind, but you lied. You shouldn't have been like, he shouldn't have been so adamant.
If the whole time he was just like, yeah, he's like, you ain't locking my son up. You know what I'm saying? You ain't locking my son up. You could try. Go ahead. No, because then they would just hit him with some other charges somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Or they'd wait. Yeah. So he was like, no, I'm gonna let him. But he realized why his son didn't even get sentenced yet. They could have postponed the sentencing until Donald Trump got in the presidency. And why would you sit there and let your son be the victim to your political rival?
Yep.
Hell no, bro. I
wouldn't have done either. I'm not saying that. I would have probably been like, let's let the political system take its course. I would have probably said that and waited until after the election. Then after the election, I would have went 0 dark 30 and not said nothing. All of a sudden popped out with my kid got pardoned. He's good. I got for the next 12, 15 years ago. He's pardoned for everything else he did, murders, whatever he did.
Watch in 3 months. Time, Joe Biden and Hunter Biden go be in a hotel. Joe gonna have the bong. Hunter gonna have the lines. They're gonna have the hookahs, the bear dog, and be like, "Hey, good look, America."
I told you, man. You got to make a Hunter Biden song.
I ain't go. Yo, you make a Hunter Biden song. I ain't doing it. That's crazy. You make it. Anyways, y'all. That's been our show. Uncommon Courtesy. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to catch us every Sunday, 1 p.m. Pacific time for our town hall. I will be dressed up for the next one. Wesley's head needs a hat, and only the North Pole can bring it because it's this big. That's what you get for talking about me. Every Friday, the Friday Fix. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time. This is Uncommon Courtesy.
Peace.